to meet and speak with the young entrepreneurs who are running a business called Intellect Storm. I was blown away. For the Give Back Day, I volunteered along with my husband and ERA Marilyn Farley Thompson. We were told, you'll be there for half an hour. What we saw, we never got to the Guyana. We were there until 3 o'clock. I think we were there like almost 3 hours with these young people. We met a young man. CXC is the extent of his formal education, but he's a self-taught animator. And his skills rival Walt Disney. I would say that. There isn't a brain drain in Guyana. There's just a lack of exposure and opportunity. We are prepared for the future. We are prepared for the future. There's a lot of talk about oil and gas. I know I offended some people the other night in one of my comments where I said, not all of us were invited into this. There's a lot of focus on the engineering and the work that's going to be done on the derricks. I have 30 years of experience in oil and gas. My experience is with the administration, with the regulation, transportation and distribution, purchasing and supply. As an administrative aspect of the business, I've never been asked, do you want to be involved? I haven't been asked, and I've made what I've done aware to people who can ask me that. So it's not just about getting out there and digging and all of that. There's the education that needs to come with what is going to take place in the oil and gas industry. This was also mentioned by Ms. Hines here and Dr. Thomas. What can Guyana give me? But more importantly, what can I give Guyana? That's, I think, is the crux of this conference and Dr. Griffith's goals. None of us are here because we want money out of this. We're all here because we want the betterment of a nation that made us, that gave us the foundation to be who we are, to have achieved the things we have achieved outside of Guyana. I'm willing to be a part of that. I'm willing to help with that. I need to make sure I check with my husband.
Smart woman.
But I am prepared to do what I can. I would like to invite Dr. Thomas and Ms. Webster, who made comments about the diaspora, to help us in flushing this out more. And we'd like to propose that this be a document that can be expanded on via the university press as well, making it a public document. And yeah, Wasir's volunteered to establish a blog about this. Maybe he'll have his son do it. Interior focus, which comes back to what the indigenous people and the education and Dr. Thomas has mentioned about. But I think most of what has been said is encapsulated in the points that we have flushed out here. So thank you all, and please feel free to talk to any of us and give us your ideas. We'll document them, and we will get that out to you.
A round of applause for Alison Steve-Henry and Dr. Wazir Muhammad. Part of what I wanted to be able to ensure that there is continuity of effort in an institutionalized way. And so we are launching, as we talked about 2 nights ago, a mechanism that can enable that continuity of effort to be there. And for the benefit of those colleagues who were not here 2 nights ago, the ERAs who will have been here in June of last year know that part of my values and vision statement is the establishment of a Center for Diaspora Engagement. My initial thought was to make it a Guyana focus, but a friend of mine from UE convinced me that we should make it a Caribbean center. And so what we're going to do today as part of the maturation of that thought, using the proposal that we circulated 2 days ago, is to quote Keith Nurse, hang up our shingles. I mentioned 2 days ago in the conversation that there are at least 3 important elements in the matrix to ensure sustainability of an effort like this. There has got to be a legislative component, some guidelines, bylaws, or something of the sort have got to be established. There is need for a leadership, both on the executive side and on the policy governance side. But there's also need for funding. I am not minded to wait until we have all those elements in the matrix before we can get started. And so I've asked Dr. Jerry Yaw to be the interim director. I've asked Dr. Wazir Mohammed to be the interim associate director. And when I meet with the CDB president, who is here for the investiture this afternoon, we'll be talking with him about a funding component. What we'd like to do then is to get started. I renew the offer I made 2 days ago for anyone who is interested in the project, serving in the advisory board, helping us to access funding, helping us to build the relationships with stakeholders, regional and beyond. Send a note of interest to Dr. Yaw or to Dr. Mohammed. What I'd like to do now is to have a simple, symbolic declaration of our shingle. And I'd like to invite Dr. Mohammed, Dr. Yaw, or UE colleagues. And since I know there are Guyanese in Liberia, I'm going to invite President Weeks of University of Liberia to join us to set up the shingle. We have a simple banner that we're going to unfurl and let the center begin its being. We're going to work out the details of those other aspects later on. So Ophelia, can you join us up front? Brian and Allison and Julie, Wazir and Jerry. I also want to invite our Deputy Vice Chancellors. I know 2 of them are here. Any of our deans, I see Dean Bernard here. Our university librarian had to leave, but I don't know if Ms. Lowe is here. I'd like my Chief of Staff to be in this shingle opening up stuff. Chief of Staff, can you join us for this? Oh, our director of our Maurice campus, please join us. Rob, you want to join us? We need your height and your presence and your personality.
There you go.
One, two, jingle time.